Oh no. It's Inca. It's Inca. Oh, I hate chinchirafs. They're so shit, but they're so OP, busted. I just despise. Absolutely despise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 7 of the Is the Portuguese an OP Civilization showmatch series between AgeofKiller and Kaister. Kaister once again playing as the Portuguese civilization, as has he done every single game this series, playing as the blue, spawning in the east. His opponent, AgeofKiller, this time playing as the Incan civilization. So this series, Breeze has spun through and played 7 different civilizations in its best of 7. Deciding game this is. Opening up with Sweden. He's played a bit of Germany, a bit of Indians. He's played a bit of French. I'm struggling to work out all the cities he's played. He's played a bit of Spain. I don't think we've had the Portuguese mirror just yet. Here come Inca. And I'm missing one game. I could be here a long time trying to think of the one civilization I've completely forgot. I'm sure you guys in the chat can help me out on that one. But finally, we come all round circle, and Breeze is now finishing this series off with the Incans. So it looks like Breeze is opening traditional one catcher house into the new Queen's Festival. I'm about to say new Summer's Festival for some reason. Actually, to keep his llama alive, I found one of those sheep, so this llama can fasten up a little bit more than the other sheep. The full villager early from the Inca and really kickstarting that eco. Moving down. I'm sure he's seen that 120 food treasure. Okay, he's seen a polar bear. Nothing more though, so doesn't know if that's if he scattered the actual bear there. Doesn't know what treasure it is though, so that could be XP. And most likely would be XP at this point. Finds 85 wood. This is very nice for catcher house place in transition. I think Breeze is trying to think of the best way to position himself to get the convert. Maybe just waiting for the convert to happen. He's got sheep marching back, scouting at the same time. Yep, converted one outlaw rifleman to the cause. It's interesting how these rifles still have their high damage. High rate of fire, actually. Is that a 3 rate of fire? So these guys output a lot of damage very, very quickly. It's the... No, 3 is the slow rate. I'm confused. It's the new saloon renegados have their really high rate of fire but lower damage to kind of give them more of a skirmisher feel. Here comes American allies. Oh boy. Has schooners as well to somewhat bait a water play in terms of eco, but I've seen this before with other players, other top players that Breeze likes to play with, i.e. you could see with the American allies, but this map, you start off with the Cree. Oh, pardon me. Start off with the Cree, but you also spawn with the Huron. Huron are siege units, and what do Portuguese excel at? Buildings. Put 2 and 2 together, and you find out what Breeze's game plan is. Looks like he wants to go for the Huron native post and get the early batch of Huron mantlets from the native treaties card, which he has in the second age. So I'm sure it would be Zapotec and Huron mantlets will be putting on the pressure. Now, of course, guys, I'll let you into a little secret. The best way to counter Huron mantlets is Minutemen in hand combat. That's Minutemen in hand combat. Will we see Kaister know that trick, and can he micro to get his Minutemen onto the Huron mantlets with siege? We'll find out. So in transition, Breeze aging up. I don't see many catcher houses being thrown down. I don't assume that will be his plan to do so because of this aggressive, forward-thinking plan of his. I keep forgetting actually what is the price of Hurons to be trained. I would have to assume it's a bit of coin. Oh, 100 food, 60 wood. I swear there are 100. I swear there are 100 wood, 50 coin. I swear they were that at some point. Me not keeping up with recent changes in patch notes, but if they mainly cost food, I think that makes them a lot more accessible to train. you can see the macro here. It looks like that Breeze will be opening to get a batch of about 3 to 4 mantlets on the first batch, especially when timing with the native treaties card. And also, is there going to be a native embassy Tambo Travois somewhere? I feel that I'm missing something behind this. God, the orange dots blend into the map. Oh, there it is. Oh my god. Breeze. Orange buildings on an orange map behind orange trees. It just blends in. He knows he's a legend when it comes to the art of deception. Okay, native trees is coming in. Hero Mount's being trained by the native training post. He should get a batch of 5 if he clicks. Why is he not getting a batch of 5? He should be getting a batch completing it. What's happened there? Why is he not? Oh, what's happened here? Maybe he's just saving it to get another batch started very, very quickly. Here come the native allies. I think he must have allied with one of the tribes already. What's going to pop out? Where they come from? Wait, what's going on? Oh, the home city from the Tambo Travois. Makes sense. Okay, so we see 5 Zapotecs, 3 Huron Mantlets, another 4 at the town centre. Come on, Kaister, you need to call your Minutemen right now. These Hurons are exposed. They're on their own. These are free pickings for you if you know what you're doing. And to be fair, at this point, actually, you'd rather have villagers punching these guys down than your town centre. Chasky on the action. The Incan Warchief on the action. Zapotek's coming in. These guys, 228 HP underneath the Incan Warchief. Resisting so much town centre fire. I see a Portuguese sending 8 crossbows. I think Colonial Militia is what you need at this moment. Scrap the crate 8 crossbows. Here come the Minutemen. The Zapotek's pulled away from the Huron Mantlers. This is a big batch. But did he cancel it? Why is he cancelled? He's changed it. Oh, he wanted to buy back the Explorer. Okay, he's got his Huron Mantlets in the thing. What are these guys doing? Are they going to hand combat? Look at this, the damage. He's gone straight onto it. But they're focusing the Zapotecs. What are you doing? Got to focus the Hurons. Micro time. Yeah, look at the damage coming down. This Huron Mantlet's already lost 100 HP. These guys doing 26 per swing, but really fast 1.5 rate of fire. And yeah, quite a lot of these Huron Mantlets damaged. Here come the 8 crossbows. Just imagine that was Colonial Militia firing behind this. Oh, Cree trackers behind this. So much HP and tanking potential from the town centre. And the Chincha Rafts do so much damage. This town centre is going to go down pretty fast behind this. These Chincha Rafts, they don't mind. They're just here for the fun of it. He's going to pull back one Chincha Raft. The other Chincha Raft should be able to come back to finish the job if he wants to do so. Oh, pardon me, he does have his Colonial Militia. So he went Colonial Militia into 8 crossbows there already. Whilst he no resources realistically to train the big batch of CM. Somebody was commenting on the 360 HP skirmishers, and yes, pre-trackers with 300 HP underneath the 20% bonus of the HP from an Incan Warchief on native warriors. These skirmishers are very, very tanky. They're weak, but they tank a lot. And they trade versus light infantry like crossbows very well though. So, you know, crossbows with 100 HP is just nothing compared to 360. And really tanky infantry and high damage siege units is a good combination for killing buildings. No dock on the floor to actually repair the damage. Out comes Kaister as well. Here come the 2 caravels and these 2 Chincha having to run for it next to the war hut. Bit of defensive coastal fire, really nice. Here come the Hurons pushing down onto the town centre. Kaister getting his great coats because he knows his villages will be exposed very, very soon. One Chincha going down, low HP behind this. Caravel still firing. Both Chinchas down. Dock has been expanded onto the island. Market safe as well. Really smart having the market safe on the island. Don't want to rebuild that if you don't have to. Villagers making a run for it to the town centre. But only 4 Hurons remain, 2 Puma Spearmen. And this is a good opportunity to send a single batch of Minutemen behind this to really put the preying on these Huron Mantlets. These guys, slow movers, 3.5 speed, and the Minutemen can catch up and pick these guys off for nothing. Fitz asking can Villas take on Mantlets? They kind of can. These guys do have a relatively high range attack in close range, 25. So villagers with their greatcoats, they can survive 8 shots. So they want to go in, punch down 1, and then maybe go back into the town centre. So they can do in an emergency, but with Colonial Militia, just stay in the town centre, be safe. So have 10 in the town centre, the rest out fighting. But Minutemen should do the job. Look at this though, getting rendering plant, all the food ready to call little Minutemen and big Minutemen. He's not gathering whales, he's now moved on to the whales. Once he gets the coin, yeah, he's moving fishing boats around. Kaiser's on it this game. This game he's really on it. He knows what he wants to do to get his resources, to get to what he needs to defend himself. Some of the hunt a bit far, but he wants to try and herd it in. Another deer hunt, another moose hunt as well. Does he scout behind his base? This game he knows about the defensive hunt. I think Kaiser is in a decent position behind this. Plumed Spearman coming out from Breeze. Gets the broadside attack off there from Kaiser. Plumed Spearman going to run to the southern side of the map. The train bus goes down. The mass of maps is actually really strong again. AgeofKiller sending the 600 woods, using that to mass off Huron Mountains afterwards, then into the 6 pikemen. So this is still basically all in, no real eco behind this. I don't think any CDBs have been trained, and on his point of view, it's just 26 villagers. He's still training villagers from the town centre, but apart from that, not much else going on his way. Fishing boats, we have gill nets and rendering plants. No long lines just yet, but with the rendering plant, I don't think you need long lines, and focus on other defensive shipments as possible. Does he have advanced buildings? No, he doesn't. That could be quite a nice shipment. I guess 700 coin is what you need to go for. He has the market to sell the food. Here come big batch of minutes. All the pikemen behind. Minutes on this side, please. Oh no, wrong side. Oh, I don't think it matters though. Good pop though. Forcing Hurons away, buying time, and actually you should get quite a few of these kills. Explorer being ransomed after the big batch pop. We want to ransom Explorer first, get them in the melee, and then call the minutes. But all the Chimus are getting cleaned up there. Coins coming in. I think Kaister really needs to build another town centre. I know it's lame, but he needs the ability to call another big batch of Minutemen if he wants to feel safe aging up, because currently he's not. He is training in wood. He does have strong coin eco. He could buy more wood from the market. Caravels are now trying to work on a war hut, which is fine. He can trade, pull back, heal up. But Breeze is thinking, right, you've just wasted your big batch. I'm going to come in for another bite of the cherry. And actually, you know, aging up here is the wrong decision. It's a game-losing decision if he tries to do it. He's got no more Minutemen to pop. I think he's got a single batch of Minutemen. But apart from that, he's really struggling. Don't you dare hit that click up button right now. Jungle Bowman are just one-shot killing these Minutemen. The Huron's being protected. And there's no real defense here from Kaister. He's in a position, he's aging up behind this, but that second town centre is what he needed to defend. It feels quite easy as a cast to kind of see the situation and comment on it, but that town centre is not going up, and with so many Huron Mountains on the field, 10 with more reinforcements coming in, 45 siege per unit. That town centre is going down fast. Another batch of Minutemen coming in, just shooting what he can. Ideally just wanting to get on the melee damage, because as we've discussed before, multipliers, you know, Huron Mountains resist 40% of range of fire as well. Explorer getting out, this is crucial. Can he? Oh, if this goes down, this is crucial. Okay, it goes down by the edge of the coast. That's not too bad. Oh, the Ageof's actually come in, but still needs to get the Explorer out. That town centre is going down. That is that was going to happen anyway. What I was about to say is that Explorer needed to get in the caravel and actually land on the island, I think, to get that up. He's going to buy it again. Oh, it's fine. He's going to buy it again and get all the villagers moving across. Town Centre still has 3.5k HP though, so there is still some substance in his base. There's still enough damage, but actually with all these Huron Mountains behind, there may be plenty of fish in the sea. You may have all the resources in the land, but if you have no town centre, if you have no production and home city points, you have no units, you have no stay in this game. Mamluk's coming in. The problem is, as soon as this town centre goes down, that shipment will be cancelled, because I don't see this town centre being built before this. All villagers need to be building this, all hands on deck. I don't see it happening. Town centre's gonna go down. And this is tough now. Mamluk shipment denied. Caravel's actually going to help out some defensive fire here. That town centre should be able to go up. We'll lose a lot of HP though, and here come the Hurons, but needs to instantly call big CM straight away and get on the snare. Because if you clear up the Hurons, that's fine. That's the thing, like the Chima is just annoying, but it's the Hurons, the damage dealers, and the boats here put in a lot of work. And actually, if Kaister can stabilise on the coast, he has a chance. He has a chance. You can tell what Kaister is building up a truck town centre. Good play, really good play. What I would love to see now is a wall here and a wall here. Just buy time, be annoying. Chimere top side, looking to put pressure on that town centre and the Explorer. Two Caravels can move over though. Actually, the vision there from Kaister, very nice. Does see the Chimus advancing in quite from distance. At this point, Kaister is in the zone. He's hyper aware of what's going on, and he knows he just wants to get this town centre on the coast. Just needs wood. All he needs is wood. There's fish, there's food and coin in the sea. Just needs the wood, and that's all he's chopping. He's actually getting log flume. So from one point, it was looking that the Portuguese was in a disaster point of view, to now looking that it's actually not too bad, which is kind of a miracle. Mamluk's popping up now. All four pop out. Explorer should probably get into the Caravel, but it's not the end of the world. He can buy it back, full HP, and get back on it, I think. Yeah, he does. But the Mamluks, I mean, need to get onto the Hurons. Forget the Chimus. Get onto the Hurons. I suppose that if he goes into the Hurons, the Chimus will join in for the fight. A lot of these units are great versus buildings, but actually in regular combat, pretty poor. This could be an opportunity for the organ gun shipment to be sent in from Kaister. Oh, another different deck. No organ guns, does have team coastal defenses instead. This is the remains of a Portuguese town decimated by the Incan and basically Canadian forces of the Huron Mantelet. So, I mean, obviously it won't be Canadian, they are Huron, but New Portugal has been established on the coast, and here comes the toxic water lane, as we love to see all this time. Breeze though, sending, is this the 3 Tambo Travois shipment here? Looks like it is, and they're all building behind us there. 3 Tambo confirmed. Barracks coming down. Mam's top side, but Age can't. Breeze can't push into this, especially under the threat of colonial militia and obviously Minutemen from all town centres, both stages, small Minutemen and large Minutemen. Whale oil shipment has been sent in there from Kaister, I believe, in the end. Yeah, Kaister sent rail oil, sent rendering plants. And if you send in rail oil, that's fine. But realistically, I'd still prefer you to send Eco Theory. That's still 10% on the whales, so comparing whale oil is just an extra 25% compared to Eco Theory, but your fishing boats on fish get 10%, your villagers on wood get 10%, your villagers on hunt get 10%, and your villagers on anything else in the game like mills and plantations get 10%. I'm sure you'd send Eco Theory at a later point anyway, but I just think Eco Theory edges whale oil at this point in the game. Double war hut forming a nice defensive structure on the coast. Time is on Breeze's side, so if he drops this down at dock, he can go for the Chintarat fishing boat big button to go for a 1 hurrah push on the water. Because I don't think pushing land on its own is going to work at the moment, especially in the face of 4 Mamelukes. These guys are beautiful in design, beautiful white ponies, but they hit like a fucking truck as well. They're so strong, so much HP. Running through the woods now. The charge issue has been issued, and they're moving out to possibly tear down this war hut. If the war hut is focusing down these units, that's going to be quite strong. Actually, no, they've changed it to anti-ship. So yeah, the caravel has been targeted down, but all these units are basically attacking for free. But behind us, castle's been trained and dragoons. You've seen what composition your army's gone for, and I think Skirm Goon works quite well. The Mams will do very well versus the Hurons. I think that's enough hand cavalry that you need. I don't think you need any more Do Dragoons do multipliers as Chimus? I don't think they do. They should do, or because Chimus are so low HP, it shouldn't really matter. But yeah, Master Dragoon here, very smart. Yeah, another batch of Chimus coming up from the wall hut, being picked up straight away. Don't be overzealous here. Let's not get trapped on the wrong side of the wall huts and lose army for no reason. You have fish. This is your plan. There's a lot of fish topside as well, so good 2,000 resources, 3,000 resources, 4,000 resources of fish remaining, and all the coin to go. Saturated all the fishing boats as well. It's really good to see. Another wall hut being thrown down, but it's way too close. That will get sieged down. And looks like the Portuguese is going for like a slow push of death. Just Breeze unable to challenge this for the time being, and what would really end this would be either an arsenal techs, or an artillery foundry and organ guns. One of the two. Okay, Mamluks in the fight, pinned down by a lot of the spearmen. Castles are getting quite close. They have to stand and fight, and actually there's just too much stuff for the time being for the Portuguese army to deal with. I'm sure actually they could win this fight, but you don't want to lose your Mams for free. They're going so deep into these guys with the pointy six. The spearmen, can't believe it just says pointy six, is quite awkward. Is that Hierarchus focusing down the boats? Oh my god, this actually could be catching the entire Portuguese army out in the middle of the open and not allowing them to retreat onto the caravels, but the Hierarchus will get pinned down. There's another caravel ready to reinforce at a moment's notice, and there's still two Mamelukes. Huron Mamelukes are doing some good damage versus the Dragoons and Castles, but actually there'll be no answer to these Mamelukes. The Dragoons realistically should be going to hand combat right now to bypass the Mamelukes' fortunate range resist and force these guys into hand combat, which they don't want to be. The GG has been called from Breeze. The Incan rush has failed this time, and Kaister has proven that yes, the Portuguese civilization is in fact OP and needs to be nerfed. Kaister wins the series 4-3, so well played to Kaister. Really enjoyed that series. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit bored of Portugal and Saguenay now, especially every game seeing a dock thrown down on the islands, but it's been a roller coaster of a mix of emotions, and certainly lots of fun to be had casting alongside Aussie Drongo. Big boy Bongo, I like to call him, but unfortunately he's not big boy enough. He gets a little bit tired from time to time and requested to go to bed early, so unfortunately didn't see the end with me, but remaining two games. Hopefully you enjoyed the solo cast for myself to get you to the end of these two games. I did, game 6 and 7. Kaister winning the series 4-3. Let's have a quick look at the post game for this game. Military population will be quite hard to see because of the native units, especially because the Hurons, the Huron Mantlets, although they're one military unit, they realistically represent 2 population worth of military strength. So military unit count this should be a little bit higher here from AgeofKiller because it doesn't really represent the strength of the Huron Mantlets that well. But outcome a batch of is it? Batch of crossbows first, draw in some fire, then the Minutemen come in. But yeah, it's the Minutemen with the CM defense, picks off some damage. This age up to age 3 was risky, and I thought the game was over. I genuinely thought the game was done and dusted at that point. Because at that point, the age up just didn't give you anything at this point, when realistically you had to hit that GG button, which is the colonial minute. So if I would have... with hindsight, I think we could both agree that an extra town centre in H2 to recover your position, form a defensive nut in your base to safely age up, but also get another batch of colonial militia and delaying this aggressive offensive push later on. But the recovery was actually really strong that game. The town centre down to the south, distract, explore to the north side. If it dies, buy it back, get that full HP, get that town centre down. And villagers actually made their way across. Not too many went down in the end. Not many villagers actually lost their life in that final kind of, once that town centre went down. So, Breeze having to focus on the town centres as you naturally would do. But, yeah, villager population 47 to 42, that's not a lot. I was expecting more. I think Breeze would have been kicking himself. Final learning points of this game. Huron Mantlets are strong versus town centres, but very weak if they're exposed to Minutemen, especially in the melee mode. So, something for a bit of micro to consider. If somebody does this to you on the ladder, Incan, Huron Mantlet Rush, just hit that GGCM button. I think you should be fine for this game. all resources actually ridiculously close to that game. That is really surprising. But I suppose most of the villagers were idled, but the fishing boats were doing the hard work, hard graft, actually gathering the resources. And towards the end, it diverges away drastically, especially with stronger units as well. But yes, that's going to be the end of this series. The Portuguese are, and in fact, OP. But credit for Breeze for winning games with the Swedish, winning with the Germans, and we winning with the Spanish, I believe. I think that's the 3 civilizations he won with. So who knows? You can nerf those civs as well while you're at it. My name's Harrison, casting on EGCTV. Yeah, here's that one. Sometimes you get confused because they both start with E. I was with Osdronga for the majority, but last 2 games were just with me. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow all the community channels. Yeah, always